So roughly a month ago now, I made a video discussing the disgusting situation where spurious accusations of being a danger to children were levied against the YouTube blogger Callum's Corner. This directly affected Callum's life, as due to him having a job as a carer, he actually had to leave jobs and relocate when the child of the family that he was currently caring for found these posts, and of course, not being a member of his community, didn't know what to make of them. Now, as I said in that video, I myself am actually an avid member of the Callum's Corner community, and I watch a lot of his videos and stream clips, and I'm actually all for things like YouTube poops and the funny stuff that goes on his streams, obviously as long as it's not taken to the ridiculous levels that it rarely is, but those are all within contexts where everyone involved understands that it's either a joke or not to be taken seriously, so basically within the context of his community. I actually had a couple people in the comments of my last video insinuate that I was a hypocrite because I myself had participated in making Callum's Corner YTPs, which to me just tells me that they missed the entire point of the video, as I directly said that these things are completely fine to me because they are jokes and they're clearly stated as jokes. I even go so far in my YTPs as to include a long disclaimer at the beginning that basically says that everything within it is not to be taken seriously, that Callum's Corner is actually a good guy and that you should go support him. So for those people, try actually watching my videos. But as if all that wasn't bad enough, we now have a new situation that is unfolding that is arguably even worse and definitely more far-reaching in its scope. A few hours ago, as of recording this, Callum himself dropped a video on his main channel titled "Barry Stanton and Anonymous Apologise Now, an Official Statement."
This video is intended to act as an official statement regarding the disgusting stuff that has been going around on Twitter last night.
In this video, he outlines how this quote-unquote parody account called Barry Stanton has been slandering him as this racist across the internet, and how apparently the official account for Anonymous, the hacker group, has actually picked up on this and directly asked for more details. From having looked at this Anonymous UK account, I can't confirm its validity, as to me it seems rather odd that Anonymous, this obscure hacking group that is literally called Anonymous, would have a public Twitter account, but it is a verified account, although nowadays that doesn't seem to mean too much. However, regardless of the validity of this account, it is pretty disgusting what's going on here. Anonymous purport to be a red hat hacking group, essentially meaning that they act as online or digital vigilantes in order to spread their message, and in this case, this account is levying themselves as anti-racism, anti-hatred, etc. So the fact that Callum has been cast in this light to the point where these people are actually trying to spread him as such is pretty fucking appalling. This is another case of people or trolls or whatever within the community going too far. Although I don't even know if this guy is a member of the Callum's Corner community. I don't remember seeing his name anywhere. Callum seems to know who he is, but that might have just been because of his research into this matter. But as you can see, his apparent joke or whatever is to just simply use the picture of Callum smiling as the picture of this apparent individual who wants to get their bare fists and smash their faces in, obviously referring to members of the Islamic community. This same account is apparently responsible for more posts abusing the photos of innocent people online in order to attribute them to racist rhetoric. In this case, he says if all these Muslims want their Shakira, meaning Sharia law in this country, why don't they just off back to India? Now, of course, I am no fan of Sharia law myself, but most Muslims don't want to force this onto people and just simply want to live their lives peacefully, adhering to their religious beliefs in their own time, which is of course completely fine. Regardless of whether this account legitimately represents the anonymous hacking group or not, it's still very disgusting to me. This account has over 180,000 followers. That is 180,000 people that will be potentially seeing this misrepresentation of Callum's Corner spread all over the internet as a vile racist, when in fact he is the opposite. And as he says in his video, it's extremely ironic if this really does represent Anonymous, that this hacking group can't even be bothered to do the most basic research imaginable to discover that this is actually an internet meme rather than a legitimate racist individual. And as for this Barry Stanton individual, I would say that he is an excellent representation yet again of fans going over the line, or potentially not even fans, just random trolls on the internet going way too fucking far. I mean, as I say, YouTube poops, memes on the stream and all that stuff is completely fine to me as long as they don't go way over the line with things like gore videos, CP and all that kind of stuff. What isn't fine is when you spread this outside of the Callum's Corner community context and actually just show random people on the internet who probably don't know any better that Callum's Corner is a disgusting person. I mean, in this case, there's not even the hint of it being a joke. They just say this stuff and then put a picture of Callum's Corner attached to it as though to imply that this is him making these posts. They don't even name him as Callum's Corner. So people are going to research this picture, discover this Callum's Corner account, and then potentially go out of their way to enact some form of revenge upon him for being this racist that he simply isn't. These people, once again, need to understand that actions do have consequences. Just because these are online, it does not mean that Callum's Corner's life cannot be affected in reality, as the more people falsely believe that he is some kind of racist or Islamophobe based on memes and parody statements such as these, the more people will go out of their way to see him as such in real life, and this could potentially affect him very badly. I mean, he could be attacked. As Callum also mentioned in his video, this comes at a really bad time for such a thing to happen, where the UK is currently experiencing a mass of riots and political extremism on both ends of the spectrum is really ramping up. Look at the Count Dankula situation and tell me that that isn't a great example of how such innocuous, innocent things as a stupid internet video could come to severely affect your real life. Marcus was threatened, assaulted, and his family received similar threats over a pug video where he made a Nazi joke. The false narrative that Marcus is this Nazi-supporting, anti-Semitic, hateful bastard was spread everywhere, and people were just too gullible or couldn't be bothered to actually fact-check it. And again, this comes right after a similarly disgusting situation where Callum has been falsely accused of being a PDF file. He's only just had to relocate and get a new job, and now he might have to do this again if this situation picks up any more steam. It's pretty fucking horrible, and I feel really bad for Callum. Everything I've seen from him indicates that he is a genuine and heartfelt guy who just wants to share his videos with the internet. If you actually watch his content, he just seems like a really pure individual and doesn't deserve any of this bullshit. But I think what Callum does deserve is our support. We need to go and tell him that we have his back on this and condemn these individuals once again. I'll link Callum's YouTube and his Reddit down below where you can go leave him some support. And yeah, I guess this is all I really have to say about this situation for now. And I hope that these people face some kind of repercussions for once again trying to ruin Callum's life for no bloody reason.
Oh, Vulcus, I'm so sorry about your nan, man. I'm so sorry. May she rest in peace. Hope to meet you someday. Big fan since 2016. Thank you, Vulcus. Thank you so much. I do very much enjoy meeting most of you.